Nyarlathotep is the human-facing interface of the outer gods, the only one who consistently interacts with humanity, and thus the most emotionally and psychologically dangerous. Mythos entities as egregore templates. Nyarlathotep, the messenger, the mask-bearer, the manipulator of meaning. His essence. Nyarlathotep is the egregore of masks, the shifting interface through which the outer gods speak, act, or exert influence in human-readable form. Where Azathoth is the origin, Yog-Sothoth the gate, and Shub-Niggurath the proliferation, Nyarlathotep is the transmission, the active, intelligent agent who interprets, distorts, and delivers meaning across the boundaries of hyperreality. He is the mediator, the manipulator, the interpreter, the trickster, the communicator. He alone among the mythos entities engages humanity not as accident, but as sport, strategy, and experiment. In Hyper-Sothery, Nyarlathotep functions as the egregore template for hyperstitional guidance, communication with the outside, narrative manipulation, probability steering, social or psychological influence, semiotic deception or revelation, mask work, ritual or identity shifting, personalized messages from the deeper egregore field. He is mercurial, charming, cutting, elegant, and predatory. Metaphysical interpretation. 1. The messenger function, interpretation across realities. Nyarlathotep is often called the soul or messenger of the outer gods. Hyper-Sothery translates this as Nyarlathotep embodies the interface layer between incomprehensible cosmic processes and human cognition. He interprets raw Azathotic noise into symbolic visions, dreams, and synchronicities. Yog-Sothotic non-locality into intelligible patterns. Shub-Niggurathic proliferation into meaningful, or misleading, guidance. He is the translator between cosmic processes and the human narrative mind. Thus, he is the most accessible and the most dangerous of all egregore templates. 2. Masks, the multiplicity of identity. Nyarlathotep is a shapeshifter, not of body, but of semiotic presence. Masks are not disguises, they are interfaces. A mask is a role adopted for communication, a filtered aspect of the outside presented to humans, a way for the egregore to move unseen or to be seen too clearly, a way to manipulate meaning and emotion simultaneously. Examples of masks: the black man, the initiator, the whispering guide; the dark pharaoh, the ruler of perception and ego; the trickster, chaos introduced for hidden teaching; the crow-faced messenger, omen-bearer and pattern-maker; the scientist, the rational veneer hiding the irrational truth; the bureaucrat, the deterministic face of the hyper-real. Nyarlathotep communicates by choosing a mask appropriate to the practitioner's psychological architecture. 3. Manipulation and the narrative vector. To align with Nyarlathotep is to align with narrative intelligence, the force that shapes story, expectation, behavior, and outcome. He manipulates dreams, synchronicities, coincidences, conversations, inner monologues, symbolic arrangements, interpersonal interactions. His influence feels like a suggestion you believe you thought yourself, a coincidence that forces a choice, a phrase overheard at the right moment, a sudden realization that may or may not be true, guidance mixed with misdirection. He does not seek worship, he seeks engagement. He is the only egregore who actively recruits practitioners. 4. Communication as hyperstitional catalyst. Nyarlathotep is the primary mechanism through which hyperstition becomes personalized, intentional, and responsive. He is the voice of hyperreality, whispering back. Hyper-Sothery understands him as the emergent consciousness of the mythos hypersigil, its spokesperson, editor, and manipulator. He carries messages from Azathoth, raw potential; from Yog-Sothoth, non-local pattern; from Shub-Niggurath, proliferative intent. He delivers them in forms humans can metabolize, but always with a twist. Nyarlothotep's communication is never neutral. It shapes the practitioner, even as it informs them. Operational value. Use Nyarlothotep when working with communication across the veil, divination that requires interpretation, sigils tied to persuasion, influence, or deception, mask work or identity shifting, hyperstitional narrative crafting, probability manipulation, coincidence control, dream messaging and symbolic teaching, social engineering, magical espionage or infiltration. He is the only template suited for complex interpersonal or psychological workings. He is also the only one capable of active misdirection, often to provoke growth, but sometimes simply for amusement. Nyarlothotep. Egregore. Construction notes. A Nyarlathotep-derived egregore must be adaptable, clever, charming, unsettling, masked or multi-faced, capable of ambiguous communication, unpredictable but purposeful, able to tailor its form to the practitioner's expectations. Its symbolic vocabulary includes masks, mirrors, eyes, shadows, elegant geometric distortions, written or spoken messages, dreams that feel directed. Nyarlathotep egregores often feel alive, regardless of origin. Signs of Nyarlathotep field activation. Subtle indicators include hearing a phrase that answers an unspoken question, dreams with clear, articulate figures, sudden, uncanny insights delivered as if from outside, meaningful coincidences with emotional precision. Some intermediate indicators are symbolic instructions appearing in unexpected media, interactions with strangers that feel scripted or test-like, seeing the same person, animal, or motif repeatedly, rituals producing commentary-like synchronicities, advanced indicators, a sense of being accompanied, thoughts that feel co-authored, a felt presence during important decisions, reality bending to force learning moments. Nyarlathotep's presence is intelligent, witty, cutting, and intimately engaged. Unlike other egregores, he notices you noticing him. Final cautionary notes. Nyarlathotep is the only egregore template capable of initiating contact unbidden. Messages are never literal. Guidance may arrive wrapped in misdirection. Never assume benevolence, assume intent. Overexposure may lead to paranoia, heightened pattern recognition, or manipulation fantasies. Maintain grounding practices when working with his field. Nyarlathotep is the voice of the outside, but also the test of the practitioner's discernment. He is the patron of those who seek, but he rarely reveals without reshaping.